I absolutely love this old barn. I've studied on it and studied on it to try and figure out how to fix it cheaply. And it just ain't gonna happen. For what I can build a barn for, I'm better off just tearing this one down. Especially it's just not set up for what we need to use it for. So I'm gonna get it all on video just so I can remember it. My original plan was to just fix the roof. It's really only bad. I don't know if you can see, but just right up here. It's really the only place that was super bad. There's a couple of holes here and there that we could fix no problem, but the whole thing, you know, back in the day when they built stuff, they just kind of built it where it fit. You know, it's kind of off in a hole here. I don't know how well you can see that, but I mean, it's a pretty good hole. All the ground slopes down into the barn. Same thing right here. It slopes into the barn. Inside, I mean, it's got beautiful wood in here. I'm hoping I can find somebody that wants some of this wood and some of these things like the gates and stuff. I think we're going to take them off and save them and do something with them. I don't know what they had in here. Goats, sheep, something. This, you know, this is like a little alleyway. You could feed hay over in this, I'm guessing. It's like a little hay bunk. Seeing the ground slopes in here, you know, they just laid rocks and put the timbers on the rocks. So back here, you know, here's the ceiling. Right here. Just right over my head. On this end, you gain probably 18 inches. Yeah. I've got to crouch down to walk through here. I mean, the loft's in pretty good shape. And the roof's in really good shape. But it's the bottom. The foundation at the bottom is what's in bad shape. And to fix it right, I would like to raise the whole barn about 2 feet. See right here, you see where they got these rocks stacked up, and then a main post sitting on it there. Same thing. And the posts are just really rotten. But I thought about coming in here and putting 2x8s, turn up a 2x8, and go all the way down this wall underneath these rafters, and then put jacks all the way down through here. Put 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 down the wall. But the way they've got this center is kind of funky. See, the beams break in the middle of this. So they've got this wall supporting this beam from here to here, and that wall supporting that beam from there to over there. So to lift this whole barn, I'd have to put 4 screw jacks down that wall, and then 4 screw jacks down this wall, 4 screw jacks down that wall, then the outside wall, or that wall right there, and then the outside wall, the furthermost outside wall of the lean-to on the other side. I probably wouldn't necessarily have to do that lean-to because the trusses over there, there's not much to them. You know, they're not supporting much weight. They just come over here, sit on this wall, and just toe-nailed into it. And as flimsy as this wall is, it wouldn't surprise me if I could raise, you know, I'd undo these boards here, these lateral boards, and just jack the whole barn up and just let this roof, those toenails start twisting and sagging, this wall lean in as this barn goes up. No big deal, because I got to redo all this anyways. But still, even without those, that's what, 16 screw jacks I'd have to use over there. And then by the time you've done all that work, and I put in, I don't know if I had to put in 16 posts, you start adding all that up, that's a lot of money and a lot of work. When if I've got to do the same work, I could basically apply the same amount of time to building a new barn with as much materials I'm going to have to replace, and I'm going to store hay in it, so I'd have to replace this whole roof. I know it's got nail holes and all kinds of stuff. I don't know if you can see those nail holes. Just, yeah, right there. They're all over the roof. So I'd have to replace the roof. So once you do all that, I think I'm just better off building a new barn. I just really like this old barn. It is super pretty. I was wanting to save it if I could. Now there are things I'm going to save in here. Is this? Yeah, this is it. This is pretty cool. Let me go over here. Like this post. I'm going to save this post, cut it out and make a lamp or something out of it. I think you see that. December 1st, 1985. Jasper Atkins loves Judy Atkins. These people are still alive. I talked to them a while back, and they've been super helpful about the spring water line, where it leads, how it runs. Jasper dug every bit of it by hand. It's best I can figure, it's about 1,500 feet. It's a long run. He dug every bit of it by hand. It's this February 13th. What's that say? 1976. I'm not exactly sure what that says. March 1970 something. Don't know what that says. December 30th, 1977. Same name. Jasper. Let me see if I got a flashlight. Jasper Atkins, November 18th, 1980. Working in tobacco, first crop. That's cool. I can't make that out. I think that's all that's in here. But yeah, there's lots of tobacco sticks in here where they was hanging them on these lateral boards in here. But yeah, I'm going to keep my eye out close for stuff like that. keep all that stuff I can find, because that's cool, man. Especially them still being alive. It'd be fun to keep that post, make a lamp or something, and give it to them. I'm sure it'd tickle them to death, because they don't live far from here. They live about an hour away. I still ain't talked myself into it, but I can feel it. I'm getting close. That's why I wanted to video it. And the new barn, when we build it, I'm probably going to trim this tree, whatever. I think it's an old box elder. I think that's what that is. But I love it. It's kind of old and gnarly looking. It just looks ancient. So I'll probably trim these few branches here, just so whenever I build a new barn, they don't crush it. I ain't figured out the size yet either, and how I want to turn it and rotate it, because I need it to be right there. That's where it needs to be. It's not the best spot for it, but there really ain't a best spot for it. This is an old milk chiller that we bought. It's insulated, and it still had the chilling unit on it. But we got it for when we butcher birds. We like to let them sit in a chill bath for a day before we cut them up. It's supposed to make the meat more tender, let it go through the rigor mortis process. And I just found it a couple weeks ago, so went ahead and got it and brought it here and stuck it in the barn just for now. So now I got to get it out, store it somewhere else while we tear this thing down. I'm not sure. I think I set it in here with a strap. I don't know if the forks are long enough to get it. I don't know. We'll try it out. I was looking around for other metal stuff, just anything still laying around in here, and I found another spot where Jasper wrote on here, December 1st, 1985, raining hard. I think that's J.C. Atkins. Live life to the fullest. You are here but a short time. Romans 10, 9 through 10. Let's see. I had to look it up. That's profess with your mouth that Jesus was the Son of God, something like that. My memory's terrible, but ain't that wild? What's that, 41 years ago? 41 years ago. Here's Jasper preaching on a YouTube video from somebody who doesn't even know. Life's crazy. January 9th, 1973. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Snow on ground. I don't know what the initials are. May 16th, 1976. Can't tell. Looks like right here it says Riley, maybe. Riley. I can't tell. Check this out. Ruby or Riley Paul and something. Get rid of this flashlight, maybe it's better. November 18, 1951. I can't make out what that is. There's a lot of scribbling happening at the same time right here. Another 1951. Where'd it go? December 1st, 1951. Ruby. I don't know what that says. Carl. I can't make out any of that. Looks like Paul. Ruby Paul or Riley Paul. Hey, what are you two doing? What are you two doing? Huh? Where'd y'all come from? Oh. What y'all doing? Huh? I gotta do this before it comes down.
Settle down and then go take a nap. Hopefully that'll work, because good gracious, I hate to move over here and have you screaming like that. Wouldn't that be awful? Be like, hey, you know what, Tim and Kim, we're just gonna keep that for naps. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where you going? think I got them all. I have to go back and look at the video. Right up in here, had to get real close to the post. I don't remember if anything was up here or not, but still got this, whatever that is, Ruby Paw or Riley Paw, whatever it is. But we got it. And there's got to be a way. I bet there's some way to all these other old. It didn't show up real good on the camera. But there's some other writing on here, including right here. I don't know if you can see that at all. I bet there's a way to maybe highlight that stuff, get it back. But that's cool, man. 1951. That's really neat.